Hey guys, hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Divine Sade, if you're new. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about D'Angelo, Little Tjay, CJ So Cool, and we're going to be talking about the scripting behind Little Tjay being shot. Here's a side-by-side of D'Angelo and Little Tjay. They look so identical. And here's a side-by-side of CJ So Cool and D'Angelo, and they look exactly alike. And here's another side-by-side of Little Tjay and CJ So Cool, and they look alike. Alright, so first character that we're going to get into is D'Angelo. So this is his whole Google breakdown. So Michael Eugene, which is D'Angelo's real name, and Little Tjay's full name, and his Little Tjay's first name all have the same gematria, 63 and 108, as you guys can see from this. So Tupac, his full name, shot 7 times, and D'Angelo, and also Tjay's full name, all share the same gematria. The reason why Tupac connects to Lil Tjay being shot, he was shot 7 times. So Lil Tjay was shot 7 times. Tupac was shot on the 7th. Okay, so that's a huge connection, and that's why that is scripting out in gematria. 7 is a common number that they use, especially in Masonry and other cults. And also why there's a Tupac connection is because Tupac, he sampled D'Angelo's song, which is a huge connection. So right here is a Vibe magazine that I had seen, and I want you guys to look at what they said on the side. They said, "Voodoo, finally. D'Angelo cast his soulful spell." Alright, so they are blatantly admitting that there is magic, sorcery encoded into the music, okay? And another thing I want you guys to pay attention to, look at his necklace. He has the cross. I talked to you guys about that in multiple videos. The cross symbolizes a box. They're boxing your consciousness. They're grasping your consciousness. Soulful spell equals 44. Kill equals 44. Voodoo equals 22 in 2 ciphers. Dead equals 22. All those keywords in that magazine cover are all linked to dead terms. D'Angelo could possibly be a death faker, or it could be Lil Tjay that they're scripting this all for. So that magazine cover was orange, of course. Orange equals 33. Masonry equals 33. Witches equals 33, and they were referring to spells and sorcery. Magic equals 33. Passed away equals 33. So a lot of 33 is connected to that. Another thing that I found crazy is that YouTuber and D'Angelo's last name both share 37, and he just so happens to have a YouTube character, which is CJ So Cool. And of course, CJ So Cool is 33 right now. That's crazy. So CJ So Cool, Killing, R&B Group, Dead on Arrival, Death Faker, and RIP all have the same gematria. The reason why he connects to R&B Group is because D'Angelo was once in an R&B group, and he connects to a lot of deaf terms. So right here is Lil Tjay's whole breakdown right here on Google. Lil Tjay's first and middle name equals 122. His last name equals 22. Dead equals 22. Of course, he was shot on June 22nd. And something that I found strange is that right here it says his first social media post in 11 weeks. Okay, so it took him 11 weeks after being shot on June 22nd. It took him 11 weeks to finally come back and say something. And so the 11 caught my attention because 11 is a commonly used number that they use to script events, everything. They love the numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. That's like their favorite numbers to use. So 11 weeks equals 74, and 38 and 83. 38 and 83 are associated with death terms, and the 74 is associated with killing. Another thing, they said he was shot June 22nd, and of course he was with his friend who was 22 years old. Wow. So June equals 22, so it was scripted for him to be shot in June because it equals 22, and he was shot June 22nd. So dead equals 22, like I showed you guys. And June 22nd, just like this, June 22 equals 44. And June 22nd is in Cancer season. So Cancer season is between June 21st and July 22nd. Cancer equals 44. So this is all scripted. He was shot June 22nd, which equals 44 in gematria. June 22nd falls into Cancer season. Cancer equals 44. And his last name and first name equals 44. Kill equals 44. He is so scripted. This whole event was so scripted, and he's also scripted to die. I really feel like they did this as predictive programming. The fact that when he was shot, a lot of people that I seen on their stories and stuff, people assumed that he was dead. Like, people just blatantly assumed that he was dead. So this was his album cover when he got out. I'm not sure if this was an album or just a song cover. So he looks so much like D'Angelo right here. He looks identical to him. And something that I'm noticing is that a lot of celebrities like to do this when they get shot or hurt or in a car accident, which is obviously scripted. They love to be in pain or in quotations hurt and make music to seem real or like a hard worker, but it's all fake. It's all fake. It's for sympathy. So people can be like, oh, they're still working even though they're hurt. It's all for sympathy. They love energy. They need energy to survive. So the song that he made was called Beat the Odds. Beat the Odds. Jaden, which is his middle name, and Def Hoax all have the same gematria 103, 59, and 40. Shot and Lil Tjay both share 46. D'Angelo, TJ's first and middle name, shot 7 times. Jaden, all share the same gematria. Secret Society, shot 7 times. A New York rapper, have the same gematria too. Lil Tjay, American rapper, equals 227. The reason why I put in American rapper is because on Google, that's what they usually label them as. So it'll be like American singer and songwriter and then have their name. And so I copied and pasted that into Gematria and it gave me 227. Then I found this very odd. His first name equals 27 in 8 ciphers. That is insane. I haven't seen that yet where someone just links to 27 so much like this. He's heavily linked to 27s. That is a lot of 27s. It links to the 27 Club. 27 Club and TJ both share 52. I think he's going to be a young death faker, especially probably in the 27 Club. They already did predictive programming, aka foreshadowing, by shooting him and making people think, oh, he's in critical condition, he's dying, whatever, and waiting 11 weeks to hear anything from him. I think that's massive foreshadowing. And I really think he's going to be a huge death faker. So, Industry Plant just so happens to link with Shot 7 times, Tupac's full name, New York rapper, D'Angelo, and TJ's first and middle name. Usually, I don't use this terminology, industry plant, but I did some research on what this term actually means. Sometimes I feel like this term is thrown out of order. It makes the most sense to call any celebrity an industry plant because that's what they are, okay? So right here, an industry plant is an artist who has a major label backing their movement, but they present themselves as homegrown startup to create an illusion of an organic following. None of them have an organic following, okay? That is something that me and Conscious X has noticed with doing these videos is that their numbers are all scripted. If you guys go look at any death faker, go to their YouTube channels or whatever it is, a post or the amount of views they got on something before they died, that number is so scripted to their death. It's always scripted. It's always some scripting behind it. So then I started to think, dang, they're faking their views, they're faking their subs, they're faking all this stuff. Nothing's organic with them because it's all a control thing with them. It's all scripted numbers, it's all scripted. The amount of followers that they are presenting is meant to connect to something. That number is meant to connect to something. So it'll never be organic, all right? And so for Tupac and Lil TJ and D'Angelo to all link to being an industry plant in Gematria, it makes perfect sense. And I bet almost every celebrity could connect to that terminology because that's what they are. So another thing that I found strange is he's born April 30th. Okay, and that falls into Taurus season, and he even has a movie called Taurus. His best friend is Polo G, whose name is Taurus, and Little TJ is just so connected to Taurus. Taurus and Little TJ both share 100. Alright, and here's this picture of D'Angelo doing the horns, and it's like he's holding his hand so tight trying to do that. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate all of you guys so much.